I'm sure many of you, younger or older, have watched Pokemon and wish, man, it would be so cool if I had a real-life Pikachu as my pet.
Pikachu.
Well, you might want to rethink that. A lot of the Pokemon are downright dangerous and life-threatening. And we've gathered all those dangerous Pokemon and put them on a list for y'all. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the video. Coming in at number 16 is Hypnos. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Hypno is harmless. Yeah, he's a little creepy, but who isn't these days? Well, after doing some research, I found his Pokédex entry, and it stated, once there was an incident in which it took away a child it hypnotized. Well, this is just fantastic. This list is off to a great start. Just thinking about Hypno hypnotizing me gives me the creeps. What a weird Pokemon. What were the creators thinking? Man! Number 15, Dustox. As many of you know, Dustox is a ghost Pokemon. This thing just looks creepy as hell. And quite frankly, if I ever saw this thing in real life, I would easily pee my pants and run away screaming for my mother. But evidently, it gets worse. Dustox's Pokédex entry states, it doggedly pursues its prey wherever it goes. However, the chase is abandoned at sunrise. So, no matter where you go, this ghostly object is following you. You'll be running all night at that rate. He's like some serial killer who follows you throughout the night no matter how far you run. Outrunning Dustox is like trying to outrun a bear. It just won't happen. Another entry states, it loves the crying of children. It startles bad kids by passing through walls and making them cry. Gosh, who would want this ghost type in their Pokemon collection? It just sounds like Pokemon that will always keep you up on your toes and will make you easily startled 24/7. Finally, the last, but certainly not least entry states, if he finds bad children who won't listen to their parents, it'll spirit them away, or so it is said. Okay, dude, what the heck? What on earth is wrong with these creators? Are they just running out of ideas, or has Pokemon always been this dark, and I was just so innocent when I was younger to notice it? Number 14, Cacturn. As Pokemon decided to introduce the cactus type, I thought it was a pretty cool concept. Once again, as for the recent Pokemons on how dark the makers of this game make some of their Pokemon, here's what Cacturn Pokédex entry says. If a traveler is going through a desert in the thick of the night, Cacturn will follow them in a ragtag group. These Pokemon are finding the time to wait for the traveler to get tired and become unable to move. And that's all that's there. The Pokédex doesn't state what's going to happen. But to be honest, I can only imagine what these cactus types would do to the weary traveler. We're only at number 14. I'm not sure how it can possibly get any worse from here. Number 13, Phantom. Well, this little guy is such a cute-looking grass ghost type Pokemon. It's this little stubby ghost who's floating around the forest doing his thing. But were you aware of the fact that phantoms are actually the spirit of dead children that get lost in the forest? Oh my lord! Dead children! How great is that? Well, it's not great at all. In fact, it's horrifying. The Pokédex states that, according to its old tales, these Pokemon are tree stumps possessed by the spirits of children who died while lost in the forest. There's not much to say about this, except for the fact that it's just creepy. And to be frank, I'm not sure how I'm going to sleep tonight. Number 12, Gorgiest. Frankly, I never even knew this Pokemon existed, and I wish it stayed that way. I'm not sure which of the generation this Pokemon derives from, probably 5, maybe 6. But moving on, here's what the Pokédex says. Singing in eerie voices, they wander town streets on the night of the new moon. Anyone who hears their song is cursed. Now, I don't know about you guys, but on the night of the new moon, I'm sleeping with some noise-canceling earphones, and I'm going straight to bed. Also, to add to that, the entry says, it enwraps its prey in its hair-like arms. It sings joyfully as it observes the suffering of its prey. Okay. Moving on. Number 11, Ditto. This beautiful-looking gelatinous blob is easily the most powerful Pokemon ever. Because, as most of you know, Ditto has the ability to turn itself into any physical object. So, Ditto can turn into anything. So, into an atomic weapon? A famous celebrity? The sun? The capabilities of what Ditto can turn into are endless. The reason Ditto isn't higher up on this list is because he's just a relaxed, down-to-earth dude. Overall, I don't believe Ditto has bad intentions, although it could do some damage. Number 10. Gyarados. One of the best Pokemon ever, but apparently Gyarados are nowhere near well suited for anything. It says Gyarados are rarely seen in the wild. They are huge and vicious, and it is capable of destroying entire cities in rage. In fact, it is known for destroying cities in ancient times. So, yeah, you know that powerless Magikarp that you evolved? Yeah, now it's going to destroy cities. Good job. Now just think about that. This little youngin' is walking around with a Pokeball that has the power to destroy the entire city. Number 9. Magcargo. This Pokemon I really didn't know much about until I did some research. It's a fire Pokemon, and it looks pretty cool. But did you know that this little slug, it's hotter than the surface of the sun? That's stupid! Magcargo's body temperature is approximately 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Water is vaporized on the spot. If Magcargo gets caught in the rain, it will immediately cover the area in fog. And also, it could, kill everything on the planet. I mean, I'm assuming, but I don't know. I'm not a Pokemon master, but that sounds kind of dangerous. Number 8. Mewtwo. Mewtwo was a genetic manipulation. However, even though the scientific power of humans created this Pokemon's body, they failed miserably to endow Mewtwo with a generous and compassionate heart. So basically, they formed this ultimate battling, killing machine who shows no mercy. Mewtwo hated all of humanity and he wanted to end it all. And quite frankly, he almost did. The only reason he didn't was because he saw the love and compassion between Pikachu and Ash, between trainer and Pokemon. Number 7. Gardevoir. Gardevoir has the capability to read into the future. If it senses impending danger to its trainer, this Pokemon is said to unleash its psychokinetic energy at full power. This psychokinetic energy has the power to distort all dimensions and create a black hole. It will do anything to protect its trainer, even if it cost it its life. Did you guys know that black holes are bad at any scale and size? It doesn't matter if it's small. That's like saying, oh, I got hit by a small van. It's still a van. It's still gonna hurt when it hits you at full speed. Number 6. Chandelure. Honestly, it's the entire family of the Chandelure that just looks, and quite frankly, is creepy. It says that it shines the light that absorbs the life energy of people and Pokemon, that of which will eventually become the fuel that it burns. But thankfully, it doesn't say anything about deaths. Next up, we have the evolved version of Litwick Lamp, and it entails the ominous Pokemon is speared through cities and wanders searching for spirits of the dead, and it arrives for a person who is at the brink of death and steals the soul from which it was held in the body. But don't get too overwhelmed, because there's more. The evolved version of Lambent is a version of, Chandelure says, that absorbs the spirit, which is then burned, and your body will be left behind. Okay. Number 5. Machamp. As many of you know, Machamp is a really strong Pokemon, and that's exactly why he's displayed on this list. He's a freak of nature. He's a bodybuilder. He has 4 arms. Here's what his entry says about him. He uses its heavy muscles to throw powerful punches that could send its contestant clear over the horizon. Do I need to state anything more about this Pokemon? Over the horizon. If this guy can send you miles through the air with just one punch, I can only imagine what that one punch could do to your outer and inner body. Number 4. Honedge. Another scary, creepy Pokemon. Honedge is the first Pokemon of its Sword-type family. And, let's just get right to the entry. It says it attaches itself to people and drinks their soul. Yeah. Okay, that's probably not good. But it's something that we'll have to live with. If anyone dares to grab its grip, it wraps a blue cloth around that person's arm and drains their energy completely. So, keep in mind, this is the baby version of the family, and it's just out there killing people. No problem. So, yeah, great. Number 3. Jigglypuff. Upon laying your eyes on this cute and fluffy Pokemon, and quite frankly, it is just until you watch the anime where you see Jigglypuff frequently having outbursts of high anger and attitude I've ever seen. Well, I mean, I've seen this temper in my little cousins, but that's just a sign of bad parenting. Like any bratty kid, Jigglypuff likes to be at the center of attention, and what it likes to do is sing to people. The only problem with Jigglypuff's singing is that it puts people to sleep. And then, evidently, he gets offended and has this whole outburst of anger and puts marker on everyone's faces. Number 2, Houndoom. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Houndoom. I mean, who wouldn't be? He looks so tough and cool looking, and he's also a mix of dark and fire. There's something serious about Houndoom, and it's the fact that it's the devil's dog. Now, I'm not so sure if that's true or not, but there are, without a doubt, some Pokédex entries that suggest that it is a very evil Pokémon. It says that if you are burned by the flames that it shoots from its mouth, the pain will never go away. So, I mean, you know, that's pretty, painful. I think we can all agree with that. Number 1, Blastoise. Finally, I think it's easily safe to say that we all admire and cherish Pokemon. Blastoise's cannons are easily deadly, and given his size, it has been estimated that his cannons are 5 inches in diameter. In the end, meaning that his cannons have the capability to output approximately 90,000 pounds of pressure. Now, if you want the full information, I would go watch the video of where it has the breakdown of Blastoise's body and cannon capability. This concludes the list of the top 16 Pokemon you're glad don't exist. What did you think of the video? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know in the comments section below, and also tell us how we can improve on the way we make our videos. Also, let us know what your favorite Pokemon on this list was in the comments section. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.